iSmarch Technical Guide, Part 5.2 Explanation of Vital Signs Body Temperature, HRV, Respiratory, SOS, Stress, Contact History, Fatigue. Body temperature. The wrist temperature sensor featured in our smartwatch operates within a range of 35 to 42 degrees Celsius. If the temperature falls below 35 degrees Celsius, low is displayed, while readings exceeding 42 degrees Celsius prompt high. This high-precision temperature sensor boasts excellent thermal conductivity and incorporates a built-in algorithm, ensuring continuous measurement of wrist surface temperature with an impressive accuracy of 1 degrees Celsius. Our body temperature algorithm leverages this surface temperature data with algorithmic adjustments for enhanced accuracy. Should customers find our body temperature algorithm unsatisfactory, they can access the raw surface temperature data and develop a custom algorithm. In select firmware versions, both body temperature and surface temperature can be simultaneously output through the broadcast protocol. HRV, incorporating advanced features for medical, health management, and psychological analysis. Our smartwatch offers HRV, heart rate variability, and RR interval data. These valuable insights are readily accessible through the firmware and can be extracted by apps using broadcast protocols and SDK. HRV data is condensed into 2 bytes, allowing values up to 65535. This functionality is invaluable for a range of applications, including biofeedback and stress measurement. Notably, HRV data is continuously available for 24 hours whenever the green light is active. While HRV data can be acquired in red light mode, we recommend using the green light mode for superior accuracy. Respiratory rate. Our smartwatch provides respiratory rate data in units of breaths per minute. This data is visible through the firmware and can be accessed via broadcast protocols. As a reference, a person's normal respiratory rate is typically a quarter of their heart rate. This feature adds another layer of insightful health data for users. Stress level, psychological stress. Our smartwatch includes a stress level feature, represented within a range of 0 to 255. Higher values indicate increased stress levels. For accurate measurements, it's essential to maintain a state of calmness during assessment, as stress values may not be precise during physical activities. During moments of tranquility, we calculate the stress value by summing the cumulative HRV data over a specific time frame. Please note that the firmware employs a relatively compact model for these calculations due to limited system resources. If users require higher accuracy, they can access the original HRV data and employ a more comprehensive model for stress evaluation. Stress values are divided into 4 categories: 0 to 30, very calm; 30 to 50, calm; 50 to 70, moderate anxiety; 70 or above, anxious. Blood pressure. Our smartwatch offers a blood pressure feature. However, it's important to acknowledge that its accuracy is limited. Users are encouraged to select and utilize this function cautiously, considering its potential limitations. Social distance. The smartwatch includes a social distance feature that triggers an alarm when 2 of these devices come into close proximity. This feature is designed for applications such as factories, where it serves as an additional layer of epidemic prevention. Distance setting. Users can adjust the social distance setting in the firmware, with options for 1.5 meters, 2 meters, or 3 meters. In cases where customers seek more precise distance settings, they can modify the RSSI, received signal strength indication values, using our provided Bluetooth protocol, allowing for an approximation of the distance. It's important to understand that this design relies on Bluetooth RSSI calculations and, as a result, might not provide pinpoint accuracy. Bluetooth signals can be influenced by obstructions, and they lack diffraction capabilities. For customers who require a more accurate ranging solution, we encourage them to contact us for further discussions, as we have alternative solutions for highly accurate distance measurements. Contact history. Our smartwatch features a contact history function that stores contact IDs for up to 24 hours. The maximum storage capacity for this data is set at 255, ensuring efficient record keeping. Contact IDs are linked to MAC addresses, which signify proximity with the same bracelet. To maintain accurate data, it's essential to synchronize the time. Data is cleared daily at 12 p.m., meaning that users should sync their data daily to avoid losing any information. In the upcoming updates, we plan to expand the storage space, offering richer details like contact ID, contact time, contact distance, and more, allowing users to generate more comprehensive contact history. Real-time reporting of the contact person's ID within the Bluetooth gateway's range is also supported, enabling data storage on the platform, regardless of whether the bracelet has stored the contact history data internally. SOS. Press and hold for 5 seconds. Press and hold for 5 seconds to turn off. The SOS function serves multiple purposes. It can be linked with a mobile phone to initiate a distress signal by pressing and holding the button for 5 seconds during emergencies. Once the signal is received, it can be pushed to the background and forwarded to emergency contacts along with the user's location. This approach is particularly beneficial in critical situations when making a phone call might be slower or less discreet. When the SOS feature is activated, the SOS bit position in the frequency band broadcast protocol is set to 1 and lasts for 1 minute. In environments equipped with a Bluetooth base station, the signal can be transmitted to the background upon reception by the base station. This allows management personnel to observe and take appropriate actions, making it a valuable feature for scenarios such as schools, smart factories, and more. Fatigue monitoring. Our smartwatch offers an essential feature for fatigue monitoring. It employs a sophisticated algorithm that takes into account various factors such as the quality of sleep, heart rate, and body movement from the previous day. This algorithm provides a fatigue level result at 8 o'clock the following morning. It's important to note that this data is not updated in real time. Instead, it undergoes an update once a day. The fatigue level is measured on a scale where lower values indicate higher fatigue and higher values signify lower fatigue. Data is cleared at 19 o'clock in the afternoon to ensure daily tracking and effective fatigue management. PPG Raw data collection. For advanced users and developers, our smartwatch supports the collection of PPG Raw data. To access this data, ensure your device is in a connected state. The PPG Raw data can be collected at a sampling rate ranging from the default 25 Hz up to an impressive 500 Hz. You can customize the sampling rate using Bluetooth commands or the SDK's API. It's worth noting that PPG data is not stored locally on the device by default. If you require data storage, customization will be necessary. Additionally, you have the flexibility to collect either green light or red light raw data. To switch to red light data collection, you can manually adjust your device to the red light menu for oxygen saturation, or activate the red light through the SDK or Bluetooth protocol. Sensors raw data, acceleration, gyroscope, and geomagnetism raw data. Our smartwatch provides access to sensor raw data, including G-sensor, XYZ raw data, gyroscope sensor, XYZ raw data, and geomagnetic sensor raw data. The default sampling rate for these raw data is 25 Hz, with the option for customization to achieve a maximum sampling rate of 200 Hz. Please note that XYZ and gyroscope data are not stored on the device unless customization for data storage is applied. To access these raw data, ensure your device is in a connected state and use the provided SDK or Bluetooth protocol commands. This functionality allows for comprehensive data analysis and research capabilities, making our smartwatch a valuable tool for developers and researchers alike. About storage and data access. Our smartwatch efficiently manages your data to ensure you have easy access to valuable information. It stores 7 days' worth of data in various categories. For instance, it captures your step count continuously, with a maximum capacity of 6,535 steps per day. Sleep data is recorded over 7 days, with measurements taken at 15-minute intervals, providing detailed insights into your sleep patterns. Heart rate and SpO2 data are also stored for a week, offering a comprehensive overview of your vital signs. Moreover, the device tracks your body temperature, respiration rate, calculated based on heart rate, and blood pressure over the same period. This extensive data storage system enables you to monitor and analyze your health and fitness metrics with ease. Monitor mode. Our smartwatch offers 2 distinctive monitoring modes to suit your needs. In the green light monitor mode, you can access exercise, heart rate, body temperature, respiration, stress values, and blood pressure data. However, this mode does not provide oxygen saturation data. On the other hand, the red light monitor mode, accessible from the oxygen saturation page, provides exercise, heart rate, body temperature, respiration, stress values, blood pressure, and static heart rate. Keep in mind that the accuracy of the red light PPG heart rate data depends on your activity's intensity. If your activity intensity exceeds 5, the oxygen saturation value may be considered unreliable. Please note that the availability of monitor mode may vary across different firmware versions, so make sure to check with the factory for specific details. Activity intensity. Our smartwatch tracks activity intensity based on the XYZ 3-axis acceleration algorithm. It supports a range of 0 to 240 activity intensity values, updating every minute. The protocol outputs the accumulated intensity value from the last minute. High-intensity physical activity is defined as intensity greater than or equal to 120, while moderate intensity activity falls at or above 100. For low-intensity physical activity, the range is between 50 and 100, while sitting or napping is represented by values between 0 and 50. Deep sleep corresponds to intensity values between 0 and 25, and light sleep falls between 25 and 50. When the bracelet is still, the intensity value remains at or below 1, indicating a state of rest or inactivity. This feature provides valuable insights into your daily activity levels. In terms of historical data management, our smartwatch stores data across various dimensions for up to 7 days. This data encompasses details related to sports, sleep patterns, heart rate, body temperature, and more. For instance, we collect data every 15 minutes, amounting to 4 data points every hour. Data is saved 1 hour after collection to ensure the most accurate information. However, it's important to note that historical data can only be obtained with an accurate time calibration. Historical data exists in the following format: 7 days, 24 hours, 4, incorporating heart rate, oxygen saturation, body temperature, and blood pressure data. It's also crucial to ensure the correct time calibration for meaningful historical data. Historical data can be acquired through the SDK or via the app's SDK function. Keep in mind that historical data is not included in broadcasts, as they deal with real-time data. Additionally, you can use a base station to connect to a specific bracelet for historical data retrieval, although this is not commonly used. If the bracelet's time is calibrated correctly, and it has been in use for a specific duration, then the power is cut off without charging. After recharging, the time setting will revert to a date after May 1, 2021. In this case, the historical data is retained, starting from the time of usage before the power loss, such as data from 3 days and 8 hours. If the user fails to calibrate the time, historical data will be recorded starting from the moment the device was initially used, even if there was a power loss. In most cases, all data is stored and organized in a 7-day cyclic storage format, ensuring you have access to the relevant metrics when needed. Regarding NFC compatibility, nearly all our bracelets support NFC M11356M tag technology. However, there are exceptions, as some bracelets with metal surfaces such as i10 and SH06 do not support NFC. Our bracelets are designed for passive NFC and have been tested with dozens of card readers. Prior to shipping, customers must specify the card reader to be used for family interaction verification to avoid any frequency offset or coil mismatch issues. Some card readers are designed for cards or mobile phones and may have larger coils that do not match the smaller coil in the bracelet. We recommend using the card reader that best suits the bracelet to ensure proper functionality. In cases where a card reader cannot read the bracelet, several factors may be at play. It could be due to a frequency offset, insufficient power from the card reader, a coil mismatch, or even the need for a customized CPU card, which involves a protocol issue. Adjusting the card reader's frequency or power may help resolve some of these issues. However, it's important to note that the bracelet's coil induction area cannot be modified due to structural limitations. If the protocol doesn't match, changing the NFC IC may be necessary. For the skipping rope and ball hitting features, these were developed to meet the requirements of kindergartens and some schools. The bracelets support counting the number of skips during rope jumping and hits when playing with a ball. Currently, these features are only supported by 2 projects, SH09 and C1, and require specific firmware support. If other projects wish to incorporate these functions, redevelopment is necessary, as they currently are not part of the default firmware for other projects.